All right, I think there's enough people here. All 30 of you. Thank you for signing in real quick. We just gonna do a quick little, kind of like an interview, because I've known Jerome through people for a while. I don't think I actually like really met you until track lacrosse. Like really
Yes.
rode around and hung around you until about track lacrosse time last year. So we've been talking about doing a hotline for a while. So we're gonna go do one later.
Yeah.
But I thought to change things up, we would do a quick little interview here. I can get to know Jerome a little bit. So can you guys? And then we're gonna open up for questions for everyone on who wants to ask him something. So go ahead. I already introduced your name, but go ahead and introduce yourself a little bit. And then
hi guys. I'm the one and only Jerome the homie.
Are you from New York? Did you
Yes, I
move
am.
here like me, or are you born and raised here?
I'm born and raised here, man. I'm from Queens, from Ridgewood, Queens.
Okay.
But I'm always gonna rep Bushwick. We're never,
All right.
I'm never gonna rep nothing else but Bushwick.
All right. So you live in Bushwick now.
Well, by Bushwick, I still live by there. But
Got
I'm
it.
always in there. Like I said, I'm always hanging out there. But
Bushwick's in Brooklyn for everybody who don't know.
yes.
Brooklyn, New York.
And the hotline will be in Brooklyn.
So yeah, we're shooting a hotline in Brooklyn. Yeah, why don't we talk about that?
That's why I had to bug you. I was like, I've seen all these videos, and I'm like, I have to make one in Brooklyn. I have to bug them out, and I'm like, I never seen one yet. Everyone's in the city, and I'm like, this might just be a little interesting, you know?
Yeah, we haven't really done a hotline in Brooklyn. There's been things that have started in Brooklyn and ended in the city, but we haven't ever done a complete like hotline in Brooklyn. So this is a first.
Yes, it is. And my piece of shit tank, I'm gonna ride today.
Oh yeah,
No offense,
yeah.
Joe. I love my Brooklyn.
Yeah, here, I'll grab it and name it off. I'm try to pull it into camera here real quick.
I think it's been like 2 years already with me with the bike, just about.
Yeah. So what is this?
It's Brooklyn Machine Works. It's a bike that's made in Brooklyn. He hasn't made one of some in the field, but now they made some in Japan. But
These things have a cult following.
I love that bike. It's really dial. It's a tight bike. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I love it. I changed the fork on it. I put the carb in just to make the bike a little lighter. The bike itself alone, it is a heavy bike. I
That's
got
cool.
this bike. I knew about the bike for a long time, and until I was like, you know what? I want the bike. I know about it before the hype was like, oh, Brooklyn this, Brooklyn
Yeah, yeah.
that. Most dudes didn't even know about the bike until like later on, until the hype came out, and it's like, oh, I want a Brooklyn. I'm like, yo, that bike's been out for the longest. You know, that like everyone's making it hype now, but
Yeah, they used to make DJs and mountain bikes back in the day.
I went out of my way to go buy that bike.
Yeah.
Literally, like save money. Even asked my girlfriend for some money. Like, babe, I need this bike. Like, I can't let it go. And the crazy part is, you know whose old bike that is?
Who?
Stone Tone's old bike.
No way.
Yeah.
Shout out to Stone Tone.
Yes, sir. And
Gotta get Stone Tone on here one time.
he's always telling me to come to the show, and I never do. And I'm like, but yeah, I bought it off of him when he was selling me at one point. And I'm like, yo, I got lucky with it, actually. I got really lucky with it.
Yeah.
And the second person who was going to end up with that was Mario, believe it or not.
Damn.
He almost ended up with that cutthroat. I remember that he almost ended up with that bike.
If Mario's still in the chat, sorry about that, Mario.
Yeah, he's going to call me later, watch.
These bikes are versatile too. I used to have when I used to do like fixed gear freestyle. I don't think it was called that when I was doing it, but I used to have the Brooklyn Machine Work fork because it was the only fork that had a high
Clearance?
like, axle to crown. So it means you can fit bigger tires. And I always wanted to put a fat tire on the front because I was doing 180s and fucking around riding backwards. And it was just burly built, and there was nothing really available at that time. So I had one, but I actually never used it, but never had a frame. So those things are legendary.
So what's up with this route?
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is the what we was
Talk
talking
about the route. Why did you pick, or go ahead and explain what we're gonna do, and then why.
All right, so I picked DeKalb. DeKalb is like it's more convenient route in Brooklyn, straight from like from Queens all the way to downtown Brooklyn into the hole in the city of downtown. And it's like about what I say like a 20-minute ride, not even 25-minute ride, chilling, you know. if I'm hitting it, I'm definitely being in like 20 minutes from up there.
Nice.
DeKalb is like a 2-lane, 3-lane route, like, 3-lane, what do you call it? Traffic or whatever?
Yeah, it's like a one-way with 3 lanes. I think that splits after Broadway.
Yes.
It's like a 2-way up in Bushwick, and then it splits into a one-way.
The reason why I'm really familiar with that route is because my mom's worked in the hospital. So it's the history why I want to do that.
Ah, okay.
So my mom still to this day works in the hospital on DeKalb.
Okay.
Literally,
okay.
it's called downtown. It's on Brooklyn Hospital. It's
okay.
on DeKalb
So that's downtown.
all the way.
Cool.
And
So you think we'll end it there, or maybe
we could.
Okay.
We could end it there. We could end it by the bridge, Fulton, or wherever you want.
Yeah, I like to do something special. I mean, if you drop me, that's always a good look. Like Mario did that once where he just kept going and then fade. I didn't have any gas left, but it always looks good to like let
them go.
the rider, just like kind of fade away, or like, something happens like traffic wise, and I'll just like, I'll let you go through the light, and then maybe we'll stop at a stop. I'll stop and you'll go or something. We'll figure it out.
I'm definitely gonna catch my breath.
It'll look good.
I won't move like Mario, but definitely gonna try something.
What else was I gonna mention? Oh yeah, we talked a little bit about your bike, but how long have you been
Riding bike?
Yeah. What got you into riding bikes in the first place? And I'm not just talking about track bikes. We can get into that later. Just bicycles in general. Or was track bikes your first bike?
I'm gonna start it off with you know how I learned how to ride a bike?
Yeah.
In front of my babysitter's house. It's crazy. I will never forget this. I some white kid in front of I used to go in front of the house all the time, and I seen this little white kid, and he's like, "Can I ride your bike?" Because I never had a bike. I never had one. So ever since then, I rode it. I never rode 2 wheels. I was always with like training wheels.
Yeah.
And I just literally got on the bike and just flew off.
Yeah.
Like, it was like instantly, like I knew how to ride it, and it's just so funny. But
he's born with it.
Literally, it's in the blood. And
what kind of bike was that? Like a BMX bike or something?
Yeah, it was like a little like 2-wheeler, a little back brake,
Yeah, the coaster brake.
So it was cool. And little by little, I got older, and I was like, I like the BMX. Still to this day, I have the BMX. Still have it.
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
I still to this day.
You pedal that around still?
Yeah. Only when I'm local.
Yeah.
When I'm local, I'll definitely ride it. But to be riding it all day, it's draining.
Yeah.
It's a really draining. It's a drainful bike. Shit is. I can't do it.
It's like hitting the gym.
For sure. That little 25.9. That shit.
Yeah.
You don't really get nowhere with that.
Yeah. That's cool.
And then, little by little, it just started off with from high school, and then I was like, well, I couldn't make money on the bike, and I've started seeing people like riding bike for work, and I'm like, damn, I'm always on my bike, and I'm not doing shit, so I could definitely make some money riding my bike, and that's how it started, little by little, and I was working. I remember I worked for Kid, for Street Kings. That was dope. Flash, like I've been around ever since I was young. I even did mess work on my BMX bike.
Yeah.
Shit is real.
That reminds me of some like road, was it Real World?
Real
World San Francisco. There was like, I mean, this was a long time ago. This is definitely putting an age on me, but dude's name was Puck. He was a bike messenger in San Francisco on a BMX bike.
I remember Road Rules, Road Rules.
Yeah.
I remember all that, yeah, for sure. What else?
That's pretty much just a quick little interview before we go film this, and then I wanted to open it up to see what whoever's watching from wherever they're watching has any questions. So we'll just open it up to them and see what they got. Mario, you got any questions? I see
He's everywhere.
You're there in the chat.
He's
man.
blowing it up right
If you guys have any questions, if not, we're just gonna turn this off and then go film here in a sec. This is the awkward part because you have to wait.
It's like, what's the questions you want to ask me, man?
Yo, I have a question, man. What's up? What's your go-to food spot after a ride? I'm always curious about this.
Well,
like the go-to, like you got $20 in your pocket. What are you gonna do?
Depends.
Where are you gonna go and what are you gonna buy? You can spend it.
You said $20?
Yeah,
all right.
it can be
if
a bodega. It can be anything. Whatever. The go-to.
Spanish food is always the go-to. I mean, I'll cook you the rice, beans, and some meat, and I'm good to go after that.
Rice, beans, and some meat.
That's it. Mario, shout out to my vegans, man.
Yo, oh yeah, he's a changed man. That's right. Shout out to Mario. You go to La Isla ever?
You know, I tried to stop eating meat, and that did not go well.
I go on waves. I do that. Yeah.
It's like I can't, man. I give it to you. He did it cold turkey too.
Yeah.
He really did.
Being good food, man. Or good food, man. It is. It's just, you got to go out of your way to get it.
But yeah, Spanish food, man. I try to stay away from the fast food. Like I know everyone loves it, but I try to stay away from it. Yeah. You don't catch me eating no McDonald's for sure. Yeah. I won't.
Yeah. Let me see. Okay. This is a valid ass question right here. When you make a PB&J, a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, do you put the jelly on the upper or lower slice of bread?
First of all, I put the peanut butter on one bread and I put the jelly on the other.
Yeah, but does it go,
up to down? Or?
Yeah, is the peanut butter on the bottom or is the jelly and the peanut butter on top?
No, the jelly's on the bottom. Got to, because if you're going to put the jelly on top, it's going to all, come off.
I see. Okay. Nicholas Blair wants to know, are group rides important?
Group rides important?
Yeah, are they important? That's an open air question, man. I mean,
I used to do group rides. I still do. If someone invites me, I'll go. I'll go get kitted up and go ride. But now it's like I work on the bike, so it's like it's hard to find time and actually enjoy riding the bike on my day off. It's like I don't want to ride the bike. But now, yeah, I still ride. When the bike events come, I'm definitely popping out. Everyone will definitely see me, but in general, I'll ride. Kind of.
All right. I also think, group rides are, they're cool. They're good for like community and like riding with friends and stuff. But, I think you get the most out of riding with one other person or alone. For me anyways, if you're like trying to get stronger or faster.
That's for sure.
Like a training partner. But when there's too many people, there's too many schedules, I think, in it. Some people show up late, and then someone has a flat, and then everyone has to stop.
I do get a lot of invites, but it's just like we all on different times. Yeah. It's like, you won't catch me riding Terry in the middle of fucking like 5 a.m. getting up. Definitely won't.
The 5 a.m. I gotta get up and get my ride in, and then I'm gonna go to work. Yeah, it's crazy. Let me see. What do you look for in a new racing bike? Ruben, that's a hard one, man. I don't know.
What you look for a racing bike?
In a new
But let me tell you something. If you give me $8,000, I'll go buy my bike right now. Right now. I'll show you the best bike I would buy right now.
What bike is it?
Question mark. I'll leave that as is. My dream bike, I won't say. Word. But I love all types of bikes. But the one bike I am missing out of my all 6 bikes I have is a road bike. I don't have one. I don't have a road bike. Like a racing road bike, though.
Road bikes are fun. Not when you're racing them all the time, I don't think. I've never raced real races on road bikes, but when it gets too serious for me, I don't like it. But I think going on road rides can be really fun.
Yes.
Bring some weed, get a little stoned.
For sure.
Let me see. Someone's asking about riding, the difference between clipless and straps or cages. Is there a difference in speed when you use either of them?
Straps are shit. All right, straps are shit. Clips is where it's at. Toe cages all day, but them straps, I don't know. I don't cut it, man. I had bad experiences with those, and I'm as skinny as I am. I'll break them shits, Yeah. But I like the toe cages. That's where it's at, and mostly I'm with my shoes though. If I'm on my track bike, I got my shoes clipped in for sure. But if it has gears, I'm riding regular with some crispy Jordans or something,
Yeah.
But
yeah, that's the thing. If you use your track bike to go meet up with someone and you're not gonna be on your bike, it's kind of hard when you have clipless pedals. Like today, I rode my track bike and I have road pedals on mine, but I have regular ass sneakers on, so I just Ted shred if I need to stop. So I have to ride a different bike when I don't really ride it to go out. I don't lock that bike up. It just depends on how your track bike's built, really.
For sure.
But I prefer clipless all day if you're trying to go fast.
I need the pull, man.
Yep. Oh, Cilantro. I am Cilantro wants to know what kind of. I'll answer this one. He's got a Brooklyn Machine Works. They're asking what kind of bike you have. What's your
It's
favorite?
a V2, by the way.
Oh, that's the V2. I think they're up to V4 now. They all have removable brake mounts.
Yes.
Cody asking, what's your favorite thing about riding fixed?
It's funny because I made a video today and I was like, there's no feeling like riding the track bike. I haven't rode it in a couple, like, in a little bit, but getting on it, just the feeling that, oh man, it's just the fastness I could go. Like, it's so fast. I can't ever go like that on my single speed. I can't go like that on no other bike but the track bike. And that's that.
Yeah.
You can't beat the track bike.
Yeah.
Nothing can't.
All right, y'all. We're going to end it with that. You can't beat the track bike. Thank you for tuning in. We're going to end this stream. Thank you guys for joining us. If you guys have any more questions, throw them in the comments section below. Make sure you give Jerome a follow on his Instagram, J3 _. Wait.
J3 Rome.
Click the link.
Yeah, just click the link. You'll see it.
He's always putting up bike content, and he's on the live stream all the time. I see the notifications. It's always popping off. All right. And then what else do I want to say?
I don't know.
Yeah, click the button, subscribe, all the YouTube stuff. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. Hotline coming out maybe this weekend. I don't know. We'll see.
Send those PSNs.
And we'll talk to you guys soon.
See ya.
Later.